Hi everyone, I hope you are doing good. So today in this video we will take a new DSA questions, and this question got asked in a recent interview. So the problem is kth smallest element in the BST. So let's understand the question. So given a BST, one binary search tree will be given and an integer k, right? One binary search tree will be given and one integer will be given, and the task is to find the kth smallest element in the BST. If there is no kth smallest element present, then return -1, right? So these are the facts. First one is binary search tree will be there, right? So if we go by in order, then we can get the sorted array basically, right? And then one integer k will be given and we have to find kth smallest element, right? And if there is no kth smallest element, then we have to return -1, right? So let's take some examples. So here the first example is this binary search tree will be given 1, 2 and 3. These three are the nodes of the binary search tree, and k is 2. So second smallest element we have to print basically, right? So for this, the second element is 1, 2, 3. So this one, right? 2 is the second smallest element, right? So this would be 1, 2 and 3. So this is first, correct? So this is first, right? And this is second smallest element. This is the first smallest element, this is the second smallest element, correct? I hope you are getting it. Now let's take the another example here, this one. So here you see k is 5 and we have only 3 elements. So these are the, if we sort them, then this is like 1, 2 or 3, correct? So now this is first, this is second smallest, this is third smallest, but we are looking for fifth smallest element, and that is not there because we have only 3 elements. So in this case what we will do, we will return -1 here. Output is -1. Why -1? Because see here you can see in the question itself, this if there is no kth smallest element present, then return -1, right? That is why we are returning the -1 here, correct? I hope you are getting it. Let's take one more example here, this one. And here the binary search tree is given, this one, and k is 3, right? So we have to find the third smallest element, right? And as I have already explained, if we go by in order, so by the using the in order traversal, we can sort the binary search tree elements, and then we can find the third element, third smallest element, right? So this would be the first smallest, right? 4. So if we sort this, if we print in order, then what would be the output here? So here it would be like 4, then 8, right? Then 10, then 12, right? Then 14, then after 14 it would be 20, and then 22, right? So I have already explained multiple times how we go by in order, traversal, pre-order, post-order or level order, right? So you can have a look into my previous videos, and you can get to know about these techniques, right? So see here, you will see I printed this in order, and see, by default it is increasing order, correct? So, and if we go now, if we look for third smallest element, then this would be the first smallest, right? First smallest element, then this would be the second smallest element, right? And this would be the third smallest element, correct? So we have to print this third smallest element 10, and that is the output here, correct? So this is very simple. I hope you understood it. Now coming to the solution. So what can be the solution for this problem? Think about that. So what I am thinking is, we can go, the one approach is we can basically store the in order traversal output in the array, right? Likewise whatever we have just discussed, right? And then what we can do, after just storing into the array, we can find for the kth element, right? So for example, in this case what we can do, we can basically traverse in order, right? In order traversal we can do, and in that case what we then what and store the element in the array, right? So in the in order traversal, after in order traversal, what would be the elements in the array? 1, 2 and 3, right? And then we can look for the kth element. This is the one approach. Second approach is, so here we like there will be a order of n extra space we will be needing, right? So we will try to avoid the extra space usage basically, right? So for that we can do like we can pass the k in the function itself where we are traversing, like using the in-order traversal, and there every time when we go like right side, right? So that time what we will do, we can basically decrease the k. So for example, if we go left, right? So okay, so what we can do, for example, so in order, right? So here what we will pass first, root arrow left, right? And then k, and then here result you can say, right? So this will we will pass for going left, correct? Going left, and then we will say if k is equals to 1 and this result, right, whatever the value, output value is, for example -1, then we will update, right? We will update the res to root arrow data, and correct, and then return v from here. So this is the condition. And after this what we will do, after this we will go right side. So like, because we only went left side only here, if we go, and here I did not decrease the k, but here if we in order, right, in order, then here root arrow right, and then k minus minus, and then res, right? So I hope you understand, like for in order we go first left, right? First we are going left, and then we do or whatever we want to do, like we want to print, we want to store the values or whatever we want to do, right? With the root arrow data, correct? And then we go right side. First we'll go left, and then after left we come and we go right. That is what we do in order. And in between left and right we process the root arrow data or root whatever we want to do with the root value, correct? That is what we do. So this is the code here where we are basically checking kth smallest element, and then we are storing that into the res, and then we are returning. So don't worry, I will show you the complete C++ code. Here I just have added this piece of code so that you can connect whatever I am telling you, right? So let me clear this out and then show you the code algorithm whatever I have added. So I hope you understood this one. Let's take a look here. So this is, yeah, so this is the basically node structure where we have the data, right? And we have left and we have right. I have explained this multiple times, like, so the node will look like this is data, is like, and this is left and this is right, correct? So now coming back to our solution here. So what we have this, we got root, right? That is the binary search tree root, and we have k, right? So what I will do, I have added one function here, kth smallest underscore in order, right? We will traverse the binary search tree in order manner. We have passed root, k and res, correct? Now coming to our main helper function here, this one. So here we have, if root is basic, this is nothing but just like a in order traversal technique, but right, nothing else. So here if root is null, then we just return, and if then what we will do if root is not null, right? So for example, in this case we have root is not null, root is here, correct? Root is not null. So what we will do, we will go root arrow left. So we will go here, this side, right? So let me this way. So initially the first call root is 2 for example, right? We are here on route, and k is 2, right? K is 2, and here res is -1. That is what we have here initialized, correct? And then after this here, and then after this call, we will come here 103 line, and we will call the root arrow left. So we will make one more call, recursive call over root arrow left. Root arrow left is 1. So what we will go here, one more call will be added here, root would be 1, correct? Because we are here now, correct? And then here k is 2 only, because we did not modify k here, correct? And then res is also -1, correct? Now after this we will call, now we are here, correct? Now we are here, and after this we will come here, root is not null, so we will come here and we say root arrow left, and root arrow left is null, correct, this time. So this time we will make one more call, basically here we will make one more call here, and here root is null, basically because root arrow left is null, correct? And we are passing root arrow left here this time, second time, correct? So this is the 0th original call, and this is first call, and this is second call, right? And once we see root is null, then we will come back. So we will come back here, right, on 104 line here, and then we will process this code there, and here we will check k is 1, no, k is 2, correct? So we will not go inside this if block, and we will basically encounter this 112 line, this one, correct? So let me clear some piece of code here. Right, so now we are here on this line 112, and we are here on this this root node, basically 1. This is the root node currently, right? And here we will go right side, and right is also null, this right side is also null, correct? So here we will pass the null value. So let me clear this one also. So this is for basically, let me write this one here. Here this is for left, right, and this is for left also. Now we will come back and we will call again for right, right? So now this will be for right, and right we will pass null, and here this k would be 1 because we are doing minus minus. So this time k would be 1, right? And this is, see here we are taking k by reference, and this res also by reference, right? So k by reference means once k is updated here, then k's value for all the calls will be updated. So it would be 1, it would become 1 here also, correct? And now here it will go here and check root is null, so it will come back. So it will, for right also it will come back here, correct? On line number 113 here it will come back, and see after this the function is completed, so it will again come to the next upper call, right? Whatever the call from where it get here, right? So it will go here on the root, correct? So now let me clear this one. I hope you are getting it, right? This one, then it will also be cleared here, right? So now what we have here, so we are here, right, on this node again, root, and here k is 1, right? And after this we will go down, and then for right side, right, and we see k is 1 and res is -1, correct? -1, and this is 1, right? So we will go inside this block this time, and we will say root res is equals to root arrow data. So whatever the root value we have, that we will update in the res, right, result here. And this is as a reference we are taking, so it will be it will be updated, this res will be updated, right? And then we are saying return, just return from here itself, and from here we are returning, and res becomes the 2 here. So this is how basically we are getting, right? 2. And here you have noticed we did not store this data like complete all the tree data in any array, right? So we have saved that order of n space, right? We are using the constant space, right? So this is the basically algorithms whatever I have added here, and I hope you understood this one, right? This is just a in order traversal with some trick, basically. That is what is there, right? You have to keep in mind while going the left side, you do not have to basically decrement the k, and once you are done with the left side and then you go right side, then only you have to decrease the k, right, every time by 1. So the other way is that array 1, right, where we want to store the elements. So here in this piece of code we can basically add one array, and we can pass that array here in function, in order function, and then we can store all the elements in that array, and then we can process that array, like we can check the kth element in that array, kth smallest element in that array in our main function. So that is the another approach. That is what we have discussed earlier, right, by storing the elements into array and then finding the kth smallest element, right? And this is the here by using this trick k, by passing the k and this res resultant value, we are basically not using that array, right? Because if we take an array, then the space complexity would be order of n, but here the space complexity would be order of 1. So yeah, that's all for today. See you next time. Till then, keep learning and keep exploring.